Here are a few things that you must never say during a job interview.
Damn!
Never say, I really want this job. I'm so desperate to get this job.
Wristwatch and cup of tea, oh, funny people.
Never say it during an interview. I interviewed a job seeker 2 weeks ago who said something like this, and it was never considered because he gave an impression that he really needed the job because of his current situation. Instead, present yourself with steeze and composure.
We are extremely happy. I don't know whether you can define the word extremely.
Present yourself professionally to recruiters so that they see you as someone who is bringing value and not someone who is desperate to get a job. I interviewed a job seeker 2 weeks ago and I asked this question: what is your salary expectation? Guess what this job seeker said? Honestly, I'll take anything.
This man.
When you answer with that response, you are telling the interviewer that you are not sure of the value you are bringing on board. You are telling the interviewer that you will just take anything and you don't have value. This alone would turn the interviewer off because desperation turns people off.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Instead, present yourself in a way that you know what you are bringing to the table. Come with an expectation, come with a value that you are giving to the interviewer whenever he asks you such question. You can answer by saying, based on my experience, I will be bringing XYZ skill on board, and therefore I'll be looking at the salary range of 100,000 to 200,000, depending on what your expectation is.
You want me to be here and eat chips and chicken when my people are struggling? I can't.
When you answer in that regard, the employer knows that you know your worth and you know what you want to be paid.
Fine.
When an interviewer asks you, what are your weaknesses? Never say, I don't have any weakness.
How, Chim?
When you say you don't have any weakness, you are giving an impression to the interviewer or to the recruiter that you are a perfect person. Even the interviewer that is interviewing you is not perfect.
I never expected it.
So he knows that you are not perfect. Instead of saying you are not perfect, say things like, I am working on my time management skills. I am doing XYZ to become a better time manager. Today, I would say I am 90% better in time management. However, I want to be 100% in the future.
Look at your attacking formation, very kumbudu.
That gives an impression that you are a work in progress, even though you have a little weakness. The interviewer will see you as someone who is realistic with yourself.
Nice.
When a question is asked to you, especially if that question is related to what is in your CV, never tell an interviewer that I have sent my CV to you. You can check it in my CV.
Oh, Mumu, not too much.
Or some candidates will say, I have sent it's on my Instagram page. You can check my Instagram page to see all the content.
You think say they're wise? You are a Mumu man.
Never answer in that regard. Instead, present yourself in a way that you know what is already in your Instagram page, while also letting the interviewer know that all of the things that you have said are embedded in your Instagram page for more details, all right? Because if you don't answer in that regard, you are telling the interviewer that you are a problematic person and you are someone who is not patient. So instead, always present yourself, your skills, your experiences in a detailed manner while referencing your Instagram or your CV for further details to the interviewer.
It sounds so heavenly.
Whenever a question like this is asked, have you ever failed before? Never say, I have never failed before. You are a liar. You have failed before. You just want to lie because you want the job.
If you want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the corner.
Never say you have never failed before. Everyone has failed. In fact, if you say that you have never failed before, you are telling the interviewer that you don't have a growth mindset. Because it is even in failure that you know the next step of your success, failing forward. So never say that you have never failed before. You are posing to the interviewer that you are not self-aware and you don't have a growth mindset.
You still dey follow Gambari for yard.
Never badmouth your previous or current employer during a job interview. Never ever try it.
That one we are not going to tolerate at all.
The fastest way to talk yourself out of a job interview is to badmouth or say negative things about your current or previous employer. When you do this, you are giving the employer the impression that you would also do the same thing to every other employer that you meet, and therefore you will not be considered for the job.
Let's watch the video. Just a minute. Let's watch.
Another thing that you must never say during a job interview is to ask, what job am I interviewing for?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
When you ask such question, it means you did not prepare yourself before coming for the interview, and you give the employer the impression that you just come into the interview looking for any job and you are not serious about looking for a good job. So never ever ask the question, what job am I interviewing for? Package yourself, comport yourself, and give the impression that you are bringing value to the organization. Which of these tips have you experienced as a job seeker during a job interview? I'd like you to share it in the comment section. However, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to enjoy other engaging content that will help you in your job search this year 2025. I can't wait to congratulate you on getting a good job this year. Cheers.